Aquarius, Ashley here. We're going to do your May forecast. We're looking at a strength, interestingly enough. Your strength for the month of May is the card for hostilities. It says conflict and unrest. There's a very powerful energy here. It could just be that you're really standing in your power. We will certainly look into that. It also feels like you're strongly using that intuition as well to kind of back yourself up there. With the challenge, we have Beaver Spirit, laying a solid foundation. I am noticing this is a number 6, the card of the lovers, or the number of the lovers, I should say. So it could very well be that some of you are struggling a little bit to get something kind of off the ground when it comes to a soulmate connection. Let's look at this potential outcome. We have the Rose's Kiss. So it does feel like things work out in a very positive way. There's a lot of enjoyment here. There's a lot of sensuality, sort of just enjoying the day-to-day, the present moment, things sort of blossoming and turning into something really positive. There's like good luck there. So interesting. We're going to see how this plays out when we pull some tarot. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, share, comment down below. Any interaction you have with the channel helps that algorithm and therefore helps me. So I appreciate that. Check out your other placements as well. This is just an overall theme for the month, so you might find that your other placements have some messages for you. As this won't get super specific, it's just kind of a high level what to expect kind of thing. All right, let's check this out. Let's look at, I'm curious about this hostilities as your strength. We have the 9 of Wands, so you got some good boundaries here, so that's positive. We have the 8 of Swords and the 8 of Wands. The Tower. Could be a bit of a blow up coming in. We have the Star, so that's you. Might be a little bit in our head this month around a specific foundation, a commitment or a new or a work situation, something that's like, I would call it semi-permanent, right? Because nothing's permanent, but then we have the Hanged Man, could be dealing with a Pisces. We've got some Scorpio here too. The Chariot, we've got some Cancer. Could be a sudden shift coming in here, sudden movement. Now this could be as a result of some conflict, a shakeup of some kind, because I am noticing it says conflict and unrest, and then we have the Tower here and the Chariot. So something could really shake things up in the month of May, and it could very well be you, Aquarius. We have the Lovers, so definitely a soulmate connection here. Again, like I was saying, number 6, the number of the lovers, so it does feel like a deep partnership you're dealing with. And the King of Wands. Usually Sagittarius energy for me, but this could be any fire sign. This can also just be the energy of taking action. 8 of Wands and the King of Wands. This is leadership energy, movement, things being passionate. Yeah, okay, let's see. Bottom of the deck, the Magician, 5 of Swords, the Hierophant. We've been a little bit conflicted about a specific connection, a higher spiritual connection, perhaps a commitment here, but it is the Hierophant, so there's something about this connection that is teaching you something, and it's helping you to step into your own mastery spiritually. Ace of Swords. So there is a breakthrough here. Justice. Could be dealing with a Libra. We've got Taurus. We also have Gemini, Libra, or excuse me, Gemini Virgo here as well. But there's a little bit of conflict here. I actually feel like there's a breakthrough coming in. So if there's been a little bit of conflict, a little bit of doubt, or just mental unrest about a connection, it feels like that's kind of getting shook up a little. All right, let's check out this strength row. Very interesting. I want to see what this shakeup is. So we've got our boundaries up. We're persevering. We definitely have our guard up here. 9 of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands. And the Hermit. Now, for some of you, you're kind of retreating from an energy here that you don't trust. You don't feel like it's stable enough. Some of you are also kind of reflecting upon, if there is conflict that arises here, it kind of sends you into deep reflection about, you know, why is it coming about? What's all this energy that's happening, and what led to this? Let's look at this Tower. We have the 10 of Cups. And the 2 of Cups. So, whew. It does feel like a giant shake-up energy burst when it comes to this connection you're dealing with here. This very deep love connection. It does feel to me like there's probably been a bit of unrest in this connection. Perhaps things have been a little bit back and forth, a little bit in and out. And that to me kind of ties back to that 5 of Swords. Like, what do I want to do? Do I want a commitment? Do I not? Do I want to manifest something? Do I not? Like, it's kind of like this iffy kind of sensation here with the Chariot. We have the 10 of Wands. Oops. And the 5 of Pentacles. Now, somebody here might be rejecting this connection, or at least feeling rejected. However, I actually feel like we're moving on from that burden, that trying time. I actually feel like this is, while there is certainly something that's disruptive here, it feels positive to me. Even with the 5 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands here, it feels like we're actually leaving that behind in lieu of something moving in a more positive direction. I feel like the disruption is maybe we're no longer in this in and out energy, but it happens because we've deeply reflected on it. So I guess what I'm saying here is that there could certainly be a battle that takes place in May. It pulls you into yourself for reflection, but I feel like it actually pushes things in a very positive direction here, actually, and pulls you out of the burdens of the past, if that makes sense. Because we have the 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands here, and at this point, we're reflecting. And then we have the 10 of Wands. So we're able to lay down perhaps this burden of it not feeling inclusive, of there being something rejected, of there being this in and out, hot, cold energy. 1 minute we're into it, the next minute we're rejecting one another. So still a little bit of shaky ground here, but I do feel like it's moving in a good direction. Let's look at this foundation. So this is the challenge, and we already see that showing up in the strength because it's been kind of hot, cold, in and out. So it could feel like it's hard to get this on stable ground. And we're definitely in our head about it. We're feeling stuck. Maybe it's feeling like we don't have power to make a difference here. Let's clarify. Why the 8 of Swords? We have the Seven of Pentacles. We're definitely reflecting quite a bit on this. And the Six of Wands, trying to decide, can this even be successful? Because it's been so volatile, right? With the Star card, we have the Three of Cups. It feels to me like there's a desire for things to improve, to heal, to get better, to come together, right? For things to kind of launch into a new cycle. With the Lovers, we have the King of Cups, could be dealing with a water sign, specifically a Scorpio, it doesn't have to be. We have some Cancer, Pisces here as well. And the Three of Swords. So it's not been easy, I'm going to tell you, and we've seen that here. There's a choice associated with this for sure. I mean, at any time you can decide, we're not going to have this reconciliation. We're not going to have this start. We're not going to heal this. It could very well be here, though, that there is some third-party energy. And I'm saying that because we have the Lovers and the Three of Swords, Three of Cups. So while I do feel like you're definitely dealing with a connection here, a very important connection, part of what's kind of in the way here and clogging things up from getting going could be some sort of outside energy. You know, it could be a different lover, or it could just be outside influence, you know. And plus, you're still in this energy of deciding, do I put my effort towards this? Do I want to apply myself to this? Can I see a victory in the future? And we're still kind of iffy, right? Let's look at this potential outcome. This Eight of Wands, definitely movement here, communication, definitely communication. We got the Page of Swords. So there is definitely a lot of connecting here. And the Ace of Swords. With the Hanged Man, we have the Moon. A lot of intuition here. And the Ten of Swords. Somebody here is fearing something completely coming to an end. But I feel that this ties into this Eight of Swords. I'm not sure if there's a victory here or not. I'm not sure if we can heal this. But it's like with the Hanged Man, we're kind of noticing that. We're noticing that those fears are there. And that could be what's being talked about here. With the King of Wands, we have the Seven of Cups. So again, there's a choice here. And it could be dealing with some extra people in the connection. And we have the Six of Swords. One more there. The World. Now, some of you might be choosing to end a third-party connection, and that's being communicated. You know, because what's interesting here with the Rose's Kiss, this is like good luck. This is accepting the good that shows up when there have been difficulties, moving into a more positive place here. I actually feel like it could go different ways depending on who's watching this, because obviously you have free will choice here, right? I feel like there's a lot of communication here, but if there was a third party, I feel like that's getting cut out. I feel like that's coming to an end. And that might even be communicated just outright. Interesting. I'm not totally satisfied with this outcome. It still feels like it's very I just have this feeling like it's still up in the air, and I feel like it's gonna go different ways for those watching. So again, it could just be I decide I don't want to put my effort into this strong soulmate connection. I've decided that it doesn't have the potential for victory, and so I'm moving on. Others, there's a third party that's getting cut out in order to make room for this connection to move into the next space, right? But it's rocky in this foundation. It's really shook up right this whole month. It's kind of all up in the air, and that could be because that choice hasn't quite been made yet, depending on who's watching, right? Because you won't all make the same choice here. Let's see. I kind of want to get a little bit more on this outcome. I don't like it when it's so up in the air. We got the Tower at the bottom of the deck again. But then I saw the Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Cups, so it's kind of like the new start is definitely here and up for grabs. Let's get a little bit more here. The Hanged Man. I feel like we're getting the Tower again here. So somebody's maybe feeling like this conflict that came up actually means that the connection has come to an end. I feel like this King of Wands is you, Aquarius. We're getting the Ace of Wands. So I've seen all four aces now. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. This new opportunity, I feel like you're going to go after your passion here. I do feel like there is going to be a solid commitment made here. There's a decision made. So again, I do feel like that's going to be different for all of you. Let's look at this truth that's being communicated. Maybe that'll give us some more clues here. There's a choice made. Yeah, somebody's making a choice. I feel like there's probably an extra party involved here, and that's the choice that's being made. Page of Wands. Three of Pentacles. So, yeah, third party. There's an extra person here for many of you. And there's a choice being made and communicated. Now, for some of you, Aquarii, the shocker here is this Hanged Man energy. They come and blow this all to hell because there's been this in and out energy. Maybe they're aware of a third party here, and the fear here is that it has ended, and so then a choice gets made. So take that as it resonates. Does look like a bit of an interesting month for May. I'm not really shocked. We have eclipse season still happening, so things are I'm kind of seeing like a snow globe. You know how you shake it up and all the snow's flying around? But just at the bottom of the deck, as I was picking up the cards, it was the Emperor, the Four of Wands. Somebody's staying together here. I feel like it's the third party that's getting cut loose. So take that as it resonates. Check your other placements if that doesn't feel like it's your reading. But I do feel like everything kind of gets up and moving and shook up because of a conflict. But it's serving you. Keep that in mind. It might not feel like it at the time, but it's creating momentum. It's making something happen. Because then we have all these movement cards that come in. Things finally jump to the next stage here. So I like that. I do like that. I hope that was helpful, and I will see you next time. Bye.